Hi, today we are going to talk about what would happen if a nuclear power plant exploded. Nuclear power plants are common mainly in the developed countries of the world such as France or Japan. The severity of nuclear power plant accidents varies greatly. It is enough to think of Chernobyl in Ukraine, where the released radiation claimed the lives of tens of thousands of people and made large areas uninhabitable for decades. If a nuclear power plant were to explode, the consequences would be severe. Humans would primarily suffer immediate injuries from heat, radiation, explosion, and collapse. The number of victims is difficult to predict, but it should be expected that these primary effects would greatly affect people's health and chances of survival. Due to the level of radiation, the environment would also be severely affected by the explosion. A nuclear power plant disaster would release a huge amount of radioactive materials in the area, after which that area could be dangerous for the living world for years, decades, or even centuries. After the human sacrifices, it would be important to compensate the environment as well. In addition to the damage to the ecosystem and animals, we must not forget the indirect effects, which also affect economic development, food supply, and health opportunities. If the nuclear power plant explosion were to occur in a populated area, for example in a city, or its surroundings, the effects of the radiation would spread further. In the first days and weeks, the radiation would kill everyone in a fairly large area, probably 1 kilometer. If someone were to survive the explosion, it is very important to escape from the area as quickly as possible. After that, it would be important to connect to the appropriate medical care. How do we survive a nuclear power plant explosion? The first and most important thing is to flee immediately. If something happens, listen to the local authorities and follow their instructions. If you know, then you know in which area you encounter the danger of explosion. Everyone should be prepared for the possibility of an accident at any time and know how people can protect themselves. After an explosion, clean water, food, and proper medical care can be very difficult to obtain, so it is very important to be prepared in advance with the most important things: water, canned food, first aid equipment, etc. Always remember that proper preparation gives you the best chance of survival in any situation. If something happens, be careful and attentive. In the end, we hope we never have to face such a terrible event.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across